the Ebola outbreak very closely. It's called Global Rescue, and it provides emergency medical services and evacuations. Now the company is focused on how to keep its clients safe from the deadly virus. Our business editor, Peter Howe, is here now with more on this. Peter.
Thanks, Latoya. This is a company that over the years has dispatched crews literally around the world for clients. Mountaintops, deserts, far out to sea. As you can imagine, it is a can-do company, but one that is currently warning what it can do in the face of Ebola may be very challenged. It's called Global Rescue, and the Boston company is literally all about rescuing you anywhere in the globe from an adventure skiing accident or natural disaster, medical emergency, or civil strife.
Across the spectrum of all of our clients, everybody is concerned about Ebola.
Dan Richards is the CEO of Global Rescue, which charges companies and organizations or individuals a few $100 to $1,000 a year for field rescues and transport to hospitals, overseen from this Boston operations center and others around the world. Now, the company is girding for its first Ebola call.
The transport of Ebola patients is a challenging proposition. Any infectious disease transport has its own challenges, Ebola especially so. There are very few aircraft equipped in the world that have the kind of isolation countermeasures that one would need in order to effectively transport an Ebola patient without exposing the crew.
Typically, that would mean getting a 15-seat Gulfstream 3 to house just one patient in a stretcher, sealed off and heavily protected from the medical and flight crew.
In terms of actually getting permission to take off with an Ebola patient on your aircraft, you've got to get all of the appropriate permissions and to work with the governments that might be involved.
Origin, destination, and every country you fly over in between, and no small matter.
Or in the crew that was willing to actually fly the mission.
The cost of getting one Ebola-infected American home?
Be many, many, many hundreds of thousands of dollars if one were to pull out their checkbook and write a check for it.
Over more than 8 years in business, Global Rescue has saved people in Sudan, the Cameroon, a mountaintop in the Himalayas, even the middle of the Indian Ocean. Richard says Ebola is a dire challenge.
Take it very seriously because there is no guarantee. There is no ability for Global Rescue or anyone else to be able to guarantee that we'd be able to go in and just pluck you out.
So, as Global Rescue, this very unique local company, getting a lot of questions from its customers about its capabilities to bring home someone infected with Ebola from, say, West Africa or from an airport in Africa, Asia, Europe. What Dan Richards says, he is warning them, think very hard. Does this trip even have to happen in the first place? Does the upside vastly outweigh the risk? And he says until it's really clear that global health authorities have this outbreak under control, be very, very careful. Latoya?
Important story, Peter Howe. Thank you for it.